Well, the calendar says the seasons have changed, but I'm not so sure. In Wisconsin and Washington and pretty much everywhere else, it's still budget cutting season. All sorts of programs going on at the chopping block lately. Some of them certainly deserve cutting, and Lord knows we have to start getting the deficit back under control. So how do we do it? How do we move things back toward balance? That's a conversation I'm happy to have, but it has to be an honest conversation. And right now, it's not. We're broke, say the budget slashers, but they're not broke, not really. Or if they are, it's because they've chosen to be. Because there are two ways to reduce a deficit, to balance a budget. You spend less money and you raise more money. But the budget slashers refuse to allow the second half of that conversation to happen, the part about raising money. They've tied one hand behind their backs and then they say, we have to cut, there's no other option. So you've got ideologues like Scott Walker refusing even to consider higher taxes as part of a budget solution. You've got Grover Norquist making GOP candidates nationwide sign the pledge, no tax increases of any kind for any reason ever. That's not tax policy, that's Taliban. But it's a matter of principle, they say. There's no compromising on principle. Of course there is, or you wouldn't be insisting that I compromise on mine. Because I've got a principle too. Kids are precious. So I need you to tell me why your principle, no new taxes, is more important than my principle, kids are precious. Or my other principle, working people deserve dignity. Or my other principle, bridges shouldn't fall down. Because if you can't convince me of that, then your principle starts to sound less like a principle and more like a strategy. Actually, it starts to sound less like a principle and more like selfishness. I'm okay, who cares about the rest of you? Which is not a winning argument. See, that's another principle of mine. We're all in this together.